Hola, how are you? Welcome to my channel. So in this video we are going to revise Kcse 2022 English paper 1. We are going to focus or to major with a certain section, the poetry part and some few other questions. So you want to watch to the end of this video to learn more. We are going to begin with the poetry part. I have my poem here and here. I'm going to read it once. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was light, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. And the second stanza is here. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along. We can go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. So that is our poem. And the first question was actually describe the rhyme scheme of the poem and give the importance of the rhyme scheme, or in other words, the effects of the rhyme scheme. So we're going to use the board, and in rhyme scheme we focus with the words at the end, the last syllable. A syllable is that part of a word that has single vowel sound. So you're going to find the vowel sounds. The first word, brother. So we have that one. B, about. We have the ut, which is different actually. So we are using a B. Another, brother, another, they are same. So we are going to use again the A, supposed to be the A. Out, ut, about, ut, so they are similar. Slight, it, it's a different one. Strong, on, it's a different one again. So we are going to D. Right, and slight, they are same. These one, strong and wrong, are similar, so you're going to have a D. The next stanza, another, it's the same as brother, so we are going to back to the A. Black, it's a different one. We had our last letter as a D, so we are going to an E. Another, and brother again, they are similar, so we are going to an A. Black and back, they are similar. Along, on and wrong, they are similar. We are going to a D. Again we have night, it's a different one. Night and right, they are similar. So we are going to a C. Wrong and long, on, they are similar. A D again. Right and night, it, they are similar. So we are going to have a C again. So now we are going to describe the rhyme scheme and say which type of rhyme scheme it is. So we have our first stanza, we have A, B, C, D. The second stanza, we have A, E, D, C. So as you can see, it's a regular rhyme scheme. This is our rhyme scheme. Up to this point, we have a mark, and the other mark comes when we give or when we say the type of rhyme scheme this is. And according to the A, B, C, D, A, E, D, C, we can see our rhyme scheme is regular rhyme scheme. So we are supposed to give the same part, the purpose or the effect or the function of the rhyme scheme. And number one, it makes the poem memorable and interesting. That is part one. Number two, it creates musicality. And finally, create emphasis on the key words. Create emphasis on the key words. Roman 2 of the same. How would you perform the following lines in the poem? And the first line, I know he was wrong. I knew he was wrong. So in performing the line, we use the verbal and the non-verbal cues. So the first line, I know he was wrong. It's actually here. So I know he was wrong. The first thing, you could put on an angry facial expression. So your answer should be, I would put on an angry facial expression. Number two, so he was in the right. So he was in the right. It's actually here at the end. So, number one, you could say it slowly, or in other words, using a falling intonation. So that is what was expected from this question, the poetry part. Now we are going to move to the other part. Part B, after the poetry part, we have this question. Identify or give the words pronounced the same as the following. And the first word that we have is the word actually buy. We have that buy and this buy or purchasing something. Buy and buy. This one has no shortcut. You either know it or you don't know it. New and new and this new. And finally, we have the pair and the pair. The pair and this pair. So this is what was expected from that question. We move to the last, the second last, which is number C of the Kcse 2022. Underline the stressed part in each of the words in bold. Actually, we don't have the word in bold. I'm going to underline them. We have that one, we have that one, and organize. So this one is actually testing on stress. Remember, in verbs we stress the second syllable, and in nouns and adjectives we stress the first syllable. So we are going to check whether these words, how they have been used in the sentence. Number one, after the accident, he was an invalid for nearly a year. So invalid, in this case, it has been used as a noun. So we are going to stress the first syllable, which is the in only. Remember, a syllable is that part of a word that contains a single vowel, and they have identified the syllable. In this case, we have in, we have val, and we have id. So in that case, we are going to stress the word or the syllable in. Number two, compare and contrast the two oral narratives. So compare and contrast. It's an action, it's a verb, so we are going to stress the last syllable, which is trust. We are going to stress the syllable trust. Because we have the con and actually the trust. And lastly, ask the secretary to organize for tea and snacks. We have O, we have gun and eyes. So in this case, we are going to stress. Yeah, you're very right. We are going to stress the first syllable, which is O. So that is all about question C of our Kcse. Lastly, non-verbal cues that can show someone that you are paying attention to what they are saying. So we have 3 marks. In we have the verbal and we have the non-verbal cues. Verbal means you're going to communicate. The non-verbals, you're not communicating, but you're showing the signs that you're paying attention. For one, we have if they are maintaining eye contact. If they are maintaining eye contact with you, that is one. Number 2, if they are leaning forward. If they are leaning forward. And number 3, if they are nodding to show agreement. So those are the 3 non-verbal cues that can show someone that you are paying attention to what they are saying. I'm going to repeat. If they are nodding to show agreement, this is how you do it. Number 2, if they maintain eye contact with you, they are looking at you. You see, if they are looking aside or actually away, it shows that they are not paying attention. And number 3, if they are leaning forward. So that is the end of our video today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later in our next lesson. Bye bye.